Welcome back to Popcorn and Opinions, and we're here today to review A Walk to Remember.
Yes, we are. This was Darian's choice, and if you watched last week's video, we did Star Wars, which was not Darian's favorite, so I gave
It
her
was
pick of the litter.
painfully fun to get through.
So I gave her this week's pick and prompted her with the genre of chick flicks, and she came up with A Walk to Remember,
You're
classic film
welcome.
from 2002. Um, I do like, don't get me wrong, I do like chick flicks, all right? Um, Fried Green Tomatoes, Steel Magnolias, The Notebook, those are probably my top 3 favorite chick flicks. A Walk to Remember is not on that list. But but this is a team effort, so I I did watch the movie this week. Just as a refresher, I watched it a long time ago when Mandy Moore was famous, and
She's got some hits in the recent years, all right? Don't sleep on my
does
girl,
she?
Mandy. And
Uh,
honestly, she did enough in the 90s, early 2000s that she probably never has to work again. So,
Probably. I mean, look, I'm not saying that she's not successful. She's probably made enough money in her heyday than I'll ever see in my life. But I don't know where
she
she is
made more
now,
on A
I'll tell
Walk
you
to
that.
Remember than you make in your life.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So yes, I did watch it. All right. So I guess
So,
we'll
let's hop into synopsis.
yes. Do
Okay.
you want me to give the synopsis or do you want to give the synopsis?
I can totally throw down a great synopsis that is super digestible. So, synopsis. We have Mandy Moore, okay? She's this quirky girl, she's going to this high school. There's this guy, Landon. He's the cool guy. He's the one who's, leading the group. Everybody's, hanging out together. They end up doing this initiation, if you will. They end up doing this initiation and they have this guy who jumps in the water, he gets hurt. He gets in trouble, okay? So he's forced to go and do this community service type of services, which is join the school play, tutoring, getting involved in the community. He's forced to do this and he comes amongst Mandy Moore, Jamie. Okay. Jamie is this, the nerdy girl. She got this one sweater and everybody just knows her with the bangs. Okay. That's Mandy Moore. Mandy Moore, Miss Pop Queen, is like, "Ugh, I'm the pastor's daughter. And you don't even know. You don't even know. Okay. And inside, she's got a
The
little
book
secret,
is
but we
killing
don't
me.
know that. We don't know that, okay? We just know Mandy is Jamie, I'm sorry, Mandy Moore, Jamie. Jamie's special, okay? So, back to Landon, he gets in trouble, he's forced to do these community services type things. He runs into Jamie. And him and Jamie, they've been, they've known each other from back around the hood, all right? Back in the day, okay? They've known each other from the block. So, they've grown up together from, like, middle school. Essentially, okay, Landon falls in love with Jamie, okay? And he's has this amazing growth, and he comes to find out after what an impact Jamie has had on him that she has cancer. Yep. Mhm. And they get married, and they fall in love. And that's the end of that. That's the synopsis.
Thank you so much for that synopsis. I think that was well said. Just a couple stats for you. Release was January 25th, 2002. Um, it was filmed in Wilmington, North Carolina. My God, a new film adaptation was announced to be in development March 2025. So I like hopefully when that comes out, probably in the near future, I want to do a side by side. Um,
And I will
Characters,
fucking hate it.
probably.
I already hate it. I hate the
Unless
idea of
Zendaya's
it.
in it, then I'll love it. But
Who? Who?
Zendaya, plays, like, Mandy
Oh,
Moore's part, that would be kinda cool. Alright, Jamie Sullivan is played by Mandy Moore, Landon Carter is played by Shane West, who was very popular in the early 2000s.
this was
Director
actually very well casted. I felt like everybody in this cast played their part. Mwah, bravo.
okay, alright. Director was Adam Shankman. Anne Hathaway was considered for the role of Jamie.
No
I could
way.
yeah, that's a weird fun fact. It's
Wow,
based
interesting.
it's based on, the Nicholas Sparks novel, and if you don't know, Nicholas Sparks also did, The Notebook,
Mhm.
a novel that was then adapted to film. Um, so, he's he clearly Nicholas Sparks has a formula that he uses, um, and
It
a
works,
sad
the
fun
formula
fact,
works, okay? The Notebook, amazing.
love The Notebook,
Yes.
but I love Ryan Gosling, and I love, what's her
Rachel
face too?
McAdams.
Yes, Rachel McAdams, thank you. Uh,
She had a
the
good year that
story
year 'cause she
was
also came out with Mean Girls the same year she came out with The Notebook.
that is a fun fact, thank you for that.
Yeah,
That's a
crazy.
busy year for that woman.
Yeah, she was
Um,
booked.
the story was inspired by Sparks' sister, Danielle Sparks Lewis, who passed away from cancer in 2000. So 2 years later, they have the film. Um In the book, the novel is set in the 1950s, whereas the film was updated to the early 2000s or late 1990s. That's another one. I'm not gonna say that fun facts. We'll get into that. Behind the scenes facts, iconic quotes. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not reading anything further. Those are all the fun facts that I have for you. It got a 30% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and I think that is justified.
Alright, let's discuss. How do you get
Let
there? How do you
let's
get to 30%?
Well, let's talk about the movie. So, like you said in the synopsis, it opens up with these
Landon.
guys yeah, which by the way, all right, like they all roll up in like fucking dope ass cars. Like one of them's got a Jeep Wrangler of some kind. So they all pull up. They're like all the cool kids. You can tell this is the cool crew. So they all
This
pull
is
up
the
like it's
crowd that's like this is the cool crowd, okay? They're the
yeah.
top of the tree or the
Top of the
whatever.
food chain, yeah.
Food
Top of the
chain, thank
food
you.
chain, the high school food chain that everyone
These
cares so
guys are
much
the
about.
top of the food chain, okay? They're the cool guys, and they're over
Yeah.
here, and they're like, "You wanna join us?" We all jumped off this little bitch of a
Yeah.
little
I
jump over
just
here.
wanna say that scene where they all pull up reminds me of, like, Fast and the Furious, the way they parked, like
There was a lot of, like, happening in the
they
car
pull
scene
up
at
like
that
it's the
time.
opening scene of Fast and the Furious, and Landon's got this 17-year-old rolls up in this dope-ass classic muscle car, okay? God knows how he got his hands on that, but apparently this kid, like, he's so cool, he's got the cool candy red fucking, classic
Oh,
muscle
Candy
car.
Red in the early 2000s though was, like,
It was hot.
absolutely a fucking thing. Absolutely everything
Candy
Candy
apple red. I
Red
wanted a
was
candy apple red Jeep,
everybody wanted that or a buggy. I wanted a buggy.
oh,
I wanted a little
I
candy
did
apple
not.
buggy, like, I was going to the beach with my friends. We were gonna get arrested, okay? I was gonna jump off the ledge in my candy apple fucking Jeep buggy.
Let me see if I can find a picture of his cars. Ugh, I mean, this doesn't really do it justice, but I will share my screen so you can see
Please, we need to put a
how rid
picture to Landon pulling up like a douchebag. I need to see visually
you
again
know what?
how
Let me find a better one. A walk
okay.
to
To
remember.
essentially, like, for the person watching, to give you the vibe, it's the cool crowd, all right? They're meeting after dark at the spot. At the spot back in the early 2000s, there was a fucking spot, all right? If you weren't at the spot, you were probably not cool. So, if you didn't have the candy apple, you were definitely poor. And if you didn't have the Jeep, I'm sorry, you were on a fucking bicycle. That's the '90s for you, so I'm sorry. So,
Oh my
early 2000s,
god.
we got Landon pulling up, and he's like, "Fucking dad's a cardiologist, the fuck do you know?" All right? I have comments about that later, all right?
Okay, well, this just to show, mind you, this is a '67 Chevy. What the fuck did they say it was? Camaro. Okay, this is what he's driving. Okay, and
In
he's had his license
in
for
senior
15
year of
minutes.
high school.
Yeah, he's had his license for 15 minutes, and he's allowed to. And his dad's like, "Here, take this fucking classic car."
You won't get in trouble.
So ridiculous. All right, so the car. Anyways, when they pull up, right? And I just want to say I forgot about the casual domestic violence that was going on.
Me too! The whole fucking movie, I
Fucking
was like, "No one's gonna say anything?"
yeah, no, and no one, no, and they never address it. Like,
Right, they're like, "Yeah, bro, punch her in the face, bro, it's your girl."
like he literally slaps her multiple times. He's like always calling her like mean names. She's
Horrible names, like, "Shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch," and it's like, she's like, I think she's trying to help.
dude, like I honestly like I couldn't believe it. The
The
casual
normalization
domestic
of it all.
violence that was happening. Hold on, I want to turn up your
Yeah, I
fucking
mean, they
mic.
literally okay, so they open up the movie with some hazing, just some good old classic
Yeah.
girl boy gotcha hazing, you know?
So yeah, so they basically lure this kid who's not popular to this it's a like cement factory or something.
But
And
wasn't he was it that he wasn't popular or he was like they were gonna try to get him to hang with them?
I got the impression that this was a prank for this guy that clearly wanted to be friends with them, and like uh
Let me
they were
give you the
gonna
reason
haze
why
him.
I felt like it was an initiation more than it was a prank because later when later on in the movie, and we can cut this. Let me give you the impression of why I think that it was a little bit different was because and more of an initiation because Landon ends up saying like, "Hey, I remember thinking when I did it, I felt like
Yeah.
it was initiation." He was like, and I even remember saying like, "I belly flopped on purpose."
Yeah, yeah. It could have gone, it could be either or. Either this is a prank on the kid or this was a legit
Type
a
of
legitimate
initiation. It
initiation
was
that they
some
were
type of
doing.
hazing at the minimum.
Yeah.
Whether they were gonna let him into the group or whether it was a prank, it was some type of hazing.
Yeah. So the idea is this factory has this pool of water. No one knows how deep it is, but they're gonna go up onto this platform and jump in. Okay.
Mhm.
And so Landon and what was the guy's name? Gary or something? What
Oh,
was
hold on, I
the
have the
other?
cast pulled up right here. Let me pull it up. Oh, my bad. Let me go back. Okay. Sorry. I'm just laughing at a walk to remember cast. Here we go. Dean, Eric,
Clay
Walker,
Gephardt.
Clay.
So
It was
they
Clay
so
that Clay is the one who was jumping in.
Yeah, so Clay and Landon strip down to their skivvies and they climb up onto this platform and they're like, all right, we'll do it on three. And it's one, two, and on three, Landon just pushes Clay into the water. And they all have a good laugh, but then, oh no, he's not coming up. He's just floating in this fucking possibly shallow water that you just made him jump into. So then
Jump
he, so
into, pushed him.
yeah. So yeah, pushed him into actually. This is like if this happened now, this would be like attempted murder. Like
It's giving 13 reasons, all right?
Dude, so Landon climbs down, he jumps in the water to save him, and they're like, "Oh, there's a fucking pole in here." And I'm like, "Yeah, it was the pole that did this. It's not like this kid didn't just shatter his like spine
Rib.
on the bottom, right?" So they bring him up and all the kids take off except for Landon. He's, he's trying to save this kid. So he pulls him up onto the platform and then, the kid's like got like I don't know, some kind of like blood on his head or whatever. So you're like, "Oh shit, this is a head injury, like he might not wake up," right? So then as soon as he
The
gets this kid
90s, all they needed was, like, a slight nosebleed for you to be like, "Ambulance, something's wrong." Things are way more graphic now, okay? I just
Yeah, I
wanna
know.
point that
It would
out.
have shown like half of his spine coming out of his
Oh
asshole.
my
Like
he would have had a rib popping out, alright, if it was today. Like, the people need to know, they would be like, "A head? Alright, he's got a scrape, get up there, Jimmy."
yeah, like
Like,
brush walk it off, champ.
"Alright, we
Um
know Clay's a bitch." Like,
yeah,
that's today.
time out. You are sounding very Oh, is it because of my headphone? Go ahead and talk again.
Hey,
Oh, it's me. Okay, that's why I couldn't hear you. My
am I
bad.
yelling? Is Darian loud
No.
today?
No. No, it was me. My volume was all the way down. I was like, "Why does it sound like she's whispering to me?"
Oh, yeah, it's definitely you. Darian, no whisper. Darian is
Darian, no
loud.
whisper. Darian is loud, aka Darian, no whisper.
Yeah, that's it. You got it.
Alright, so yeah, so, like, the cops are clearly, like, pulling up or whatever, so Landon
Right.
hops in his cool muscle car and, like, tries to get away. As he's trying to get away, he crashes and, like, this scene bothered me as well because, like, he gets into this terrible accident and he's just got, like, a bloody cut on his head, like
Again, it's a slight bleeding from the head is all you need.
yeah, that's all you need is just the implication of a head injury, and then you were fine.
The
So
implication of impact, even it's not even a head injury. They just like a bloody nose would suffice. You've seen? They're like with the cast, and they're like, "Ugh, my hand when I was driving."
yeah, exactly. Um, so yeah, so it fades out and now he's in the office with the principal and he's dishing out his punishment. He's like, "All right, you got to do
And principal's like, "Hey,
janitorial."
you, good
Yeah,
old boy,
you got to do
you ain't gonna go to
janitorial,
jail,
sir.
boy, but we're gonna give you some duties."
Yeah. You know what I also like, but I will say that they did answer there was no, they didn't leave any plot holes. They were like, well, Clay Gephardt's not talking and the cement company wanted to press charges, but I told them that we'll dish out our own punishment. So I'm like, okay, small town fucking rules here. You know what I mean? So the guy, like, he's like, you got to do janitor work, you got to do tutoring for the freshmen or something, and you got to do the school play. It's like,
It's just,
all
like,
right.
very random punishments.
Yeah, but,
That
like,
was not the punishments I got when I got suspended from school.
seriously, dude, like, no one was like, "You gotta do the school play," and I was like, "And what, ruin it for everybody?" Like, why
If
would
I
you make
wasn't responsible enough to stay out of trouble, why would I be responsible enough to
you
fucking
think I'm
go
gonna
to
learn
rehearsal?
lines? I just almost murdered a guy.
You literally got me off attempted murder with fucking rehearsal. Like,
I gotta sing in a musical.
he wasn't even the one singing.
He
They made
wasn't.
Mandy Moore look like fucking Fiona from Shrek when she was like the hottest pop star of the fucking era.
I know, dude, like well,
And they
no, they
made
didn't
her
even
look dorky as shit, bro.
they made her look dorky, but she was still pretty, which is, like it's so bizarre, right? Because, like everyone has eyes, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like she's at the school for the blind. Like, they can see she's pretty, right? Like, why are we pretending like she's a fucking troll? Ew, she put on a cardigan. Burn her at the stake.
Ah, that's so stupid.
such a ridiculous fucking
I
movie,
know, she's
dude.
been wearing that same sweater since 6th grade. Like, bitch, where
It's like,
what the fuck's your problem, you weird ass?
look at her bangs. Now she's ugly.
That was the signature dork thing.
If you
Fucking
have bangs, and we're gonna act like her skin's not like porcelain smooth, like.
me daddy pastor.
Oh yeah, I don't know if we mentioned her dad's the pastor as well. And so, dude, you know what else I thought was funny? It was like like, they go to church and everybody's there.
Bitch was
Like,
packed out.
the whole town was there. Like
Yep.
that
You
was
see Jamie on a good old Sunday up in them church halls,
yeah,
singing
so
her poor little heart out.
fucking ridiculous. It was such a dumb premise, dude. I swear to God. All right,
No, I
so
think it made complete sense. Oh, I can't wait. Wait, let's keep getting into it because I have so many comments about everything.
So, domestic violence, Burt Reynolds, which is his like best friend or whatever, constantly smacking his girlfriend around. No one ever addresses that. It still bothers me. There's the
He's like,
token black
baby.
guy. Yeah, there's the token black guy who just says the most ridiculous stuff that I'm like, who wrote this?
No, I loved his character though. He was needed in the plot.
For color? Like what? Like first, his lines were not written by a black person. I promise you that. He does not. No black
I
person
think
actually talks like that.
I felt like he was like one of the only fucking normal characters out of them. Okay. To get it more into the plot because now we need to explain more, okay? So essentially, after this boy jumps in, he gets injured, right? Landon is now forced to do all these things. He's introduced to Jamie in this community service when he's joining the tutoring, he's joining the auditions and the practices for the play.
Hmm.
And what was the other one, Yvette?
The janitorial
Oh,
services,
yeah, and then the janitorial services. So, not really the janitorial services. It was more about
the tutoring.
the the tutoring in the play. He's introduced to Jamie. She's starting to see him around more. We find out that they've actually known each other for a really long time. They just never really hung out because they were never part of the same group, which we
Well, it's
already
a
kind of
small town.
knew.
They've all known each other forever.
Yeah, exactly. They've all like been going to school together since they were like, probably in kindergarten or something. And she mentions it later. You've known me since whatever grade.
Yeah.
And now why are you talking to me now? So he kind of gets an interest in her because he sees another side in her. He sees this other side of Jamie. He's intrigued, okay? He sucks at the fucking school play shit. And he's like, "Hey, Jamie, I know I've literally never talked to you, but help me out with these lines. Make me a little better at this cuz I don't want to go to jail for murder. So let me be somewhat good at this play, right?" Like those are
My
his options,
my
right?
my sentencing is dependent on how well I do in this performance.
Yeah. Like, it's this or jail, Jamie. So help me.
If I blow
Yeah.
this role, I'm gonna have to do time.
Yeah. I'm the Romeo to your Juliet. Please help me. Okay. Jamie, being a good old pastor's daughter, is like, all right, Landon, but one thing you got to get straight. Don't fall in love with me. Promise you won't fall in love with me.
So dumb. It was so
Yeah.
dumb.
No,
I
actually, on that, Jamie's promise you won't fall in love with me was actually that was the first time it was used in movie.
promise you won't. The line, promise you won't fall
Yeah,
in love with me.
promise you won't fall in love with me, and then was later used in 2 TV shows, Parks and Rec and The Office.
Yeah, because they're quoting "Walk to Remember."
Right. In Parks and Rec, it was season 5, episode 8, and in The Office, it was season 5, episode 27. And as a Office fanatic,
I do
I
love The
remember
Office.
this one where he's like, "Don't fall in love with me, kid." And it's like the most disturbing fucking scene. But it was cute in A Walk to Remember. All right, promise you won't
Yes.
fall in love with me. And I'll help you with your lines,
Yeah.
Landon.
There's also just before that line, she tells him about like I guess like I think he's like either he's giving her a ride home or she's giving him a ride home. I think it's he's giving her a ride home, and she starts talking about like this, like, oh, like it's on my list of like things to do, you know. And so he's like, "What else is on your list?" And she's like, "Be in two places at once,
Get married
get
in the
married."
chapel my parents got married in.
Yeah. What else is on that list? There was something else.
She wanted to see a certain star.
Oh, yeah, there was some comet coming by that she wanted to see, and she
Yep,
needed to
she
build the
wanted a
telescope in time.
tattoo.
She wanted a tattoo, and he's like, "What's number 1 on your list?" And she's like, "I tell you, but then I'd have to kill you."
We were doing bars in the early 2000s. We were
Oh, god.
eating.
And his stupid pouty lips the whole time.
I want you to know now.
Ugh, please don't sing this song. And the whole time, like, clearly the pastor is against this, you know, he's very protective
He's like, "Not
of
my
his
daughter.
daughter.
Not my
Yeah,
daughter with
yeah.
this boy.
Boys
This
like
boy
that
knows
only
about
want
sex,
one
Jamie.
thing.
What do you know about the world, Jamie? You ain't know
Yeah.
nothing about Side your mama."
But dude,
Let me
and,
stop.
I don't
I couldn't.
understand the outfits for the domestic
You
violence
know
guy.
what? This actually makes me appreciate Not Another Teen Movie, like, twice as much.
Hold on.
Those
I just want
fucking overalls, and they're making fun of I swear to God, they're making fun of a Walk to Remember now that we're analyzing this and you're like, "I did not understand the outfit choices." It reminds me of Not Another Teen Movie when she's with the fucking overalls. They always have paint on them. I'm sorry. I'm having
forgot
a
how good
crossover
that
moment, my bad.
I forgot how good that movie was.
Oh, I did
Um,
it. But before, she was like, "Oh, these fucking idiots," and it's the girl from, the color pink,
look at what high school student do you know puts on a paisley shirt and says, "Yep, this is it." Like, look at
and
this.
they all look way fucking older than high school.
Look at
Why is
the
Landon
stupid.
making that fucking
I hate it. He does
douchebag
it the
face?
whole time.
Rewind it 5 seconds.
No,
I
he's
need to see
gonna
the whole thing in entirety.
I can't
Hold on,
go
go back like
that
3 more
pace.
sec go like 30 seconds back. No, go 30 more go 10 more seconds back. Okay, yeah, and then get that shit off the screen.
I can't right now. It's
Okay,
gonna
see,
okay,
that's
there you
why oh,
go.
there we go. Okay, wait, and action. What is this outfit?
I
This
don't
is
know.
this would never fly nowadays.
This is what I mean by domestic violence Burt Reynolds. What is he wearing? He tucked his shirt in. That's the girl he's always beating up on.
I know.
That.
Why is he making
That's
that
the face.
douchebag face?
Ugh, God, it's
This
so
is your
horrendous.
epitomes this is the epitome of that fucking guy in the no, please, I don't want put it back on. Put the face back on. I need to look in the eyes of the devil here, okay? Because no, Landon, I
Stupid
what
face.
is this?
Oh, I
This
hated
was
it.
in my okay, as a child growing up in the 90s, okay, I assumed this is what life was gonna be like, okay? Now, like, no, 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 no. This would never last in nowadays. Nice
I
sweater, Jamie.
I hate it.
Nice
I
sweater,
absolutely
Jamie. And then your dude over there is just on his girlfriend. Like, this would never fly nowadays. Please, please.
it wouldn't. Oh
So
my god.
now, okay, homeboy's over there, like, they're connecting. He's seeing a different side of Jamie. And the when things really take a turn is when they go to the play. So she's helped him throughout all of his auditions. And right before they go to the play, he is acting like he doesn't know who she is when she sees him out in public. She
Yeah.
walks up to him, and I think it was that exact scene. She walks up to him and she's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
Landon, like, we've been hanging out for weeks now. What's up?" And he's like,
In your
Yeah,
dreams.
your dreams, Jamie.
Like, no, she's like, "Oh, hey, so I'll see you later," and he's like, "Yeah, maybe in your dreams."
That was actually a huge diss back in the day. In your
Yeah.
dreams was
Yes, it was.
basically go fuck yourself.
Yeah, like, whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Yeah, so
Alright,
he's
and
like, "Oh," so she's all mad at, like, she clearly is butthurt about him pretending like like they're not hanging out, and he shows up at her house and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, was just putting on a show for the homies," and he's like, "I just thought like you could help me, whatever." And she's like, "Oh, like, secret friends." And he's like, "Yeah, you get it." And she's like, "Fuck you," and shuts the door in his face.
bro, she's like, "So maybe you can read my mind."
Yeah, yeah, so
Bro,
ridiculous.
I will say she fucking ate his ass up the whole movie. I loved that. I was like, "Yes, Mandy Moore, we fucking love that. Put Landon in his damn place, Jamie."
So, like, what pissed me off was, at some point, Jamie asked Landon, like, "Oh, have you gone to visit Clay in the hospital, seeing as you almost murdered him?" And he's like, "Don't ask me about that. Like, why would you even ask? Why would you even bring that up? I'm trying to forget." Like, and
"Don't ask me about
so
the kid I almost killed."
yeah, so whatever, it inspired like she inspires him to like go and actually visit him. And like, she had mentioned, she's like, "Oh, yeah, he's finally out of the ICU and he's at the rehab center." So you're like, "Wow, this kid's, like, probably in a neck brace, like, he can't walk anymore." You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Then they cut to the scene where he goes to visit him, and this is what he looks like, okay? This is what he looks like. Here's somebody who almost fucking died jumping off a ledge. Oh,
See?
I got
This is what I mean about the arm brace. All you needed was some form of
he has
Why
a
does an
fucking
arm brace even make sense in this? Like,
he
literally, this man could be home right now.
Why is he in rehab for a broken wrist? Li Somebody tell me, alright?
I love
And
that
he's,
this
like,
just
in the
proved my
bed.
theory about
He's
that.
he's, like, in the bed, like, "I'm still recovering." Nothing's like, all the blood that was, like, on it, no stitches on his face, like, no, like he's just like,
Like, that
"My
no, if
arm,
that would Yvette,
my wrist is gonna click forever now."
wanna sign my cast, Landon?
It's so stupid. Like, and, like, all this is because there was a bar, like, a metal bar floating in the
He must
fucking
have
water.
damn.
And then what was the blood on his head from?
I
Like
Yvette, I love that this proved I'm loving this. It just the fact that he just can't be home. If this was filmed in today's day, that bro would have been black eye, cut, head, piece of his skull, scar, neck brace, bodysuit. No, they would have gone all out. Yeah, back then, like I said, all they needed is some kind of impact. Everybody left a car accident with a broken arm or
Yeah,
like a scratch on their head. That
yeah,
was the extent of brutality back then, okay?
yes. It was very cute. So, apparently he's in rehab, so he can
Get
I
his
don't
wrist
know
back.
yeah, so he can get his wrist back to normal.
I'll
Maybe he
never
needs to
sign my signature
the
again
si my signature is different now. Like,
forever. Like,
so dumb.
I knew a kid in
So
high school who jumped off into a pool that was like not a few feet high and he broke
yeah.
his neck and he was
Oh,
like
I remember this.
yes, he was part of like a 2% survival rate.
Yeah, and he had to walk didn't he have to go to school with, like, all the bars and shit?
Yes, he did.
Looked like he was
I
picking
might
up
have saved his name in my phone with his name plus a couple screws emojis.
he's at school, like, he can't
He
turn his
had
neck, he's
them
gotta move his
drilled
whole
into his
body.
head. It was like bars with like
Yes.
literal drills in his skull. It was
I
crazy.
remember this. Yeah, I remember that shit. And, like, he would laugh
Crazy.
about it. He's like, "Yeah, I know, I almost died. Do you remember that, guys?"
Hey, Dylan, if you ever watch this, more power to you.
I'm glad you recovered, sir.
No, like, that's actually so badass. Please,
Oh my god.
please know that.
So
So
stupid.
so yeah, after Landon has had this change of heart, okay, he ends up, like, breaking it off with his friends, like, "Hey, I'm better than just doing the same shit every day, every weekend, like, I don't just wanna party, I'm gonna, like, go and be somebody, and, like, I don't just believe in me, Jamie believes in me." Okay, and they're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa."
Hold on, we can't forget about the ex-girlfriend. So he
I
had a
was getting there.
girlfriend. Oh, my
I was
bad, go
getting
ahead.
there.
My
So,
bad.
they're all like, "Whoa, we don't fucking like that. You can't just leave us. You can't just go off and be who you wanna be. That's not how this works in a cult." And
Mhm.
then he's got this, like, ex-girlfriend, okay? And this is the perfect epitome example of also the blonde and brunette rivalry that was always, like, kinda pit on us in the early 2000s. It was
Yes.
always the blonde chick who was, like, the ex-girlfriend or the bad one or whatever, and then the brunette was, like, the one who was, like, the pastor's daughter or, like, the
Yeah,
one who
the
was gonna, like,
sexy
be
librarian.
wifey enough,
Yeah.
not, like, the like, blonde was, like, sex, and then brunette was,
Yeah.
like, "That's my girlfriend.
That's my intellectual girlfriend,
That's my
and she's
equal."
she's pretty on the outside and the inside. It's like hold on. I just before you get into, like, what happens, I just wanna say this is the moment that the sparks fly, okay? So this is that transition from, like, he's just using her to get help and, like, now he's, like, falling in love maybe, right?
Here it is.
And
Look, I
this is also the reveal of the this is the in every classic early 2000s, chick flick. It's the glow up. It's the glow up scene. Like
This
she's
is the
always in the
moment when you
cardigan.
realize no, no, no. This is the epitome of that moment when the loser girl takes off her glasses and lets her hair down. Also another not another teen movie reference where she's like, "Oh my gosh, I made you amazing." And all she did is literally take her hair down and take her glasses off. That's that's what they did for Mandy Moore. They were like, "Hey, we're gonna give you a side part and put you in something that's not a cardigan, and you gonna
Yes,
thrive."
exactly. So this is the scene.
ain't blaming you. I ain't asking for forgiveness either. I just did what I had to.
No bangs.
No cardigan?
When you walked out of the rain
Uh oh, he's
into
stumbling
that
on his
club,
words.
Pastor.
that wasn't just a coincidence, was it?
Nothing's coincidence.
Your face. You look so familiar. Like this dame I knew once, only it wasn't real, it was a dream.
Tell me about this dream girl.
All right, we're gonna fast forward. I don't need to see the whole thing.
Help me
Everybody's
remember.
appalled at that question.
Song that's inside
Oh, she's singing.
my soul. It's the one that I've tried to write
Over and over again. I do like this song.
I'm
I'm not gonna lie.
in the end, when
Oh,
it
hold on. Bitter bitch alert.
Oh, we got that blondie
This right
upset.
here.
That's the
She's
ex-girlfriend. Probably
yep.
with her parents like, "Mommy, I love him. Daddy is living it." Okay, play it.
Just wanted to give some context.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Would you
How dare you?
to be only yours, I pray. To be only yours, I know now.
You're my only. I still know the words. Ugh, I hate myself.
I wonder if she actually sang this or if it was
Yeah, she was a
recorded.
singer. She had an album.
Are you kidding me? Of course
I swear
Mandy
to
Moore
Oh,
was doing everything in this
okay.
era.
I thought you were
Multiple movies, multiple she was it. She was it.
yes,
Wait, play the
100%.
kiss. Go ahead, play it. Run it.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for is the kiss.
Okay.
I'm giving you all.
I wanna
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wanna
yeah,
give
yeah.
them a little something.
This is
Hey,
she's floating around in my head, huh?
I wanna okay. I wanna give him a little something. Put some music on. I wanna hear it. Okay.
To
To
be
be
only yours, I pray to be only yours,
yours, I know now. You're my only hope.
It's so corny. I can't take it, dude. The face she makes when she hums is so off-putting.
And then he improvs
That
the
kiss wasn't
ultimate
meant.
pouty fucking kiss, bitch. How dare he? Look at her. How dare he?
Vengeance in
Ex-girlfriend,
her
everybody,
eyes.
how dare he?
I will burn this Broadway show to the
He's like,
ground.
"You want me to come in this bitch with a gun tomorrow?" No, I'm kidding. I'm literally kidding. Let
Oh
it
my
in
god.
my list. I'm
Dude,
sorry.
that is she I'm
They didn't
impressed
know it
with
was
how
an
the
option at this point.
you know what's even funnier now that I'm looking at this? Her parents are like, "This is wonderful. Honey, clap." Honey, you're
Look at your
being
boyfriend
rude.
kissing that girl. It's great. Get in there. I swear to God, if that was you and mom and dad, I would be like, oh my gosh, fuck you guys.
Honey, you're being
Oh,
rude. You
how
should clap.
dare you clap?
Fucking
Fake
dying.
ass parents. Honey,
Oh my god.
Broadway worthy. Look, do you see that pout? Do you see the kiss? Stand
Wasn't
up
that
with
wonderful?
us.
Didn't you used to date him?
Is that Landon?
Oh. Oh
Well,
my
okay.
god.
Also, I don't know. Did you notice that Landon is wearing like a Cuba shirt in some of his scenes?
Oh yeah, he is. I thought that was weird.
So I go and look up like what the fuck was going on in Cuba, or does he have some background of like Cuban? What the fuck is the point of the Cuban shirt? Because that can't be an accident, can it? He's not Cuban descent at all. Actually,
No.
I'm pretty sure
I
his
think it was
dad
just a
was from
style
Jamaica,
choice.
if I'm not mistaken, and he's got some
He's
Jewish in
part
him.
Jamaican?
Go ahead, look up where his dad's from. I'm almost sure.
There's his
Yes,
Cuban
thank
shirt.
you.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
same outfit from the first scene and this scene. I noticed. You clearly noticed.
Yeah, I
He's
did
like, I
notice the
brought you
Cuba
this
shirt.
pink sweater, not from Cuba, because apparently that was the year. Let me see. Yeah, that President Bush announced the initiative for a new Cuba, right in the of May of 2002, and that they were doing there was like a lot of political attention because they were doing this project over in Cuba essentially called Project Valera project, and Jimmy Carter went over there to visit, and it was the first time that a sitting US president or previous president has ever gone over there since 1959.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
actually a
so
really
I always
interesting fact.
wonder
I'm
if
gonna look
like
into
any of
that.
those political influences ever have like
Oh
something
yeah.
to do with, like, putting those little Easter eggs in for us, but
I
just
love
a
that. Yeah.
little something to chew on about what was going on in 2002 when this movie came out, and they decided to be wearing this Cuba shirt.
That makes so much sense now. Thank you for that. I love
Yeah,
it.
so crazy.
Oh, one thing that I thought was hilarious was when they do the montage with the Photoshop.
Of them getting it together and, like, cutting out her
They're
face.
they're doing this whole montage of them like doing which basically they just opened up paint and erased some of the stuff. And then you
They
see
didn't
the
even have, like,
picture that they came
Photoshop,
up
they were
with.
just, like, using their
Dude,
eraser.
literally. So what
Okay, if
made
you
me
didn't know this, if you're, like, somebody who's younger, who just did not grow up in this generation, we used to have this thing called Paint, and that was like our Photoshop, but it was way more difficult to use, very
Yeah,
basic, and it
it
was
was
free
not.
on our computers.
Yeah, it's still on Windows PCs if you can
Nice.
find it right now if you have a computer. Um, so what made me laugh was they do this whole montage of them editing this photo, okay? Or maybe montage is probably the wrong word, but they do this whole like they do these scenes where they're like editing the photo and like you would think that like wow, they put a lot of work into this. So like it's probably going to be like, something impressive, you would think, right? And then you see the photo that they actually came out with and it's basically like they took a picture out of like a Playboy magazine and then like cut out her head out of her photo and like glued it on. Like you didn't need Photoshop. You just needed scissors and a glue stick to make that fucking photo.
Dude, hold on, I'm gonna find it. Okay. Can you look up Angela Anaconda? Can you pull up Angela Anaconda, okay? I'm gonna show you guys what they did to our fucking Miss Millennial Mandy Moore and Jamie and show it. Show it. This is what they fucking put together after this montage of what you think is gonna be like some impressive work. Pull it up, put it on the screen right now. This is the work they came up with. They put Mandy Moore's head on like a black and white sexy body. And she
No,
walks
Mandy
into the
Moore's face was
lunchroom.
black and white and the photo and the sexy body was in color.
No, I thought it was the other way around. I think Mandy
No, I
Moore was
swear to
in
God.
color. I think Mandy Moore was in color and the body was in black and white.
No, I promise you it's
Let's
the other way
bet it.
around.
Let's bet it.
I
I bet
okay,
you
bet. You,
um I don't know. I bet you $5.
okay, I bet you $5.
Ah! All right, y'all
Watch.
are watching it
Watch.
live.
Watch. We'll keep score.
All right, turn the volume up so we can hear what's
First of
happening.
all, look at
Oh
this is them
shit.
editing
Hold
the
on.
this
I'm
is the hold
already
on.
wrong.
This is the I was right, it is a montage.
All right, let me stop for a second.
This is them editing the photo.
Oh, hey, look at this. Here.
Black and white head, color body.
I think you're right. Hold on. I have to see the finished product.
They only show it like so briefly.
This was unnecessary. This was
Hi.
some
Oh, he's
fake ass
skank.
shit
Listen, I
that this
just want
bitch
you to
did.
know.
She tries to friend
No,
her.
I
Go
think
ahead.
Fake ass
Landon
bitch.
and I are way over.
I so don't care that
really
you're
don't know
sleeping
what
with my
you're
ex.
talking about. Jamie, you'd be so beautiful if you knew how to do your makeup.
You could look as
Come on,
raggedy as
eat
me.
lunch with me. You want a TikTok? Okay.
Here it comes. Getting
She's
ready to
gonna
pause.
pause it.
Wow. Is that you?
Boom! Boom! Boom on your face.
Hold on.
In your face.
Hold on. Okay, you might have had something there. Hold on. Just to make sure that you get it. Here we go. Gonna just
Are you keeping a tally? Is this what you're showing me?
No, I bet $5. Now
Oh.
you send me $5 back when I'm right. Sent.
This $5 is gonna go back and forth like 500
Yeah, we're just gonna keep
times.
this $5 circling. You'll know when times are rough when we like bring it down to I bet $1. I gotta keep that $4.50. Gas is getting crazy. Damn it!
Dude.
You were right. Fuck.
But look at like they did a 5-minute montage of them editing the picture, and this is what
Honestly, how could you be offended by this, Jamie? She's like, how dare they? Like, it's very obviously not your body.
dude, literally, it's not that serious. Like, oh my god, that made me laugh so hard. Thank you for that. So she,
well,
like,
after
is
this is when Landon essentially saves her, and he's like, "Listen, Mandy, I'm for real about you. Fuck these people." And right after that scene, okay, right when after she sees that, she runs into Landon's arms because she goes to run out of the gym, and he's there, and he gets in it with the other guy. What's his name?
uh, oh, it's domestic violence Burt Reynolds.
Yes, domestic
Uh,
violence. Klain. It says Klain here. Dean. Okay,
Dean.
my bad. His real name's Klain.
Teen,
Um,
no last name. They didn't even give his character a last name.
Dean beat your wife. Dean hide your kids. Dean Fists.
Domestic violence Dean, dude. This is
We got DVD over there.
DV Dean.
We got DVD. Okay. And
They never
Landon's
address it.
like, the fuck, bro? And Dean's like, didn't know what you were working with, bro. Very clearly a horrible
Who
cropped
talks
body
like
shopped
this?
photo flyer. And also, like, they're just handing this out casually on campus at school. Like the way that
Where
that
are the
would never
teachers?
fly nowadays. They're like,
Where are the
hey,
teachers?
we
And
don't give a
also,
fuck if she
where
kills
did they-
herself.
They did it. They did it on school computers, on school property. Probably printed it on school printers.
School printer. Like, and nobody gets in trouble. They're just like,
No.
listen, we got kids. Getting
Kids will be
accused of murder.
kids.
This is the least of our problems. Okay. Like,
We're trying to keep these murder victims.
yeah.
talking.
We get thicker
Oh my
skin.
God.
You know, what are you gonna do? Essentially, after this, Mandy Moore has like a breakdown. She runs into Landon's arms, and Landon's like, hey, Jamie, I got this, okay? He goes
This
over to
isn't about
domestic violence Dean over there, okay? And he's like, hey, Dean, not fucking cool, dude. And he's like, no, you were working with that, bruh. And he's like, working with that, boom! And he punches him like right in the face, and it's like, and then like the girlfriend is like, oh my gosh, baby Dean, no. And Dean's like, bitch, you can get some. And like,
You're next.
catching a stray for helping, okay? Right, he's like, you're next, but also nobody but Landon? I don't know. So Landon like grabs his bag. He's like, come on, Jamie, I'm gonna get you out of here. I'm your superhero. So he like gets her home and all tucked in, and this is when their like love really takes off, okay? He ends up going to her house and he brings her a new cardigan, okay? He's like, you're not gonna be this old, washed up bitch that I've known my whole life and never paid a fucking single.
I'm sweating right now. I'm on fire.
I'm sorry.
I'm on fucking fire.
He goes, Jamie. I'm finding it. He goes, Jamie, I got you something. It's a new cardigan. I'm sorry. It's pink.
Instead of that shit green you're always wearing. Oh,
He's like, hey, this will make you look more feminine. She wears that bitch for the rest of the movie,
she does.
which is essentially the rest of her life. Sorry, spoiler alert.
All right. Yes, now, okay, at this point, we are going to get into some spoilers, okay?
I'm sorry.
So, TV Dean is the funniest thing I've ever heard, though.
I'm
That's
gonna
my
name
favorite.
people I don't like DVD at this point. You know I don't fuck with you if I give you that nickname at this point, or you'll know what
Yeah.
I mean by describing that specific person to you. Okay,
Oh my
fast
God.
forward.
So she he
Landon
finally
comes up to her crib like, hey baby, let's take this to the next level. I fucking love you, okay? And they're,
Yes.
like, really getting into each other, so he's like, "Hey, I brought you a gift." Mind you, her dad, the pastor, is all like, "Fuck this kid, okay? I don't
Mhm.
want you dating him." And she's like, "But daddy, I love him." And he's like, "Hey,
Daddy, I love him.
I dropped all my friends, and I actually kinda care about my life now because of you. I brought you this new cardigan, so you don't gotta wear the same cardigan you've been wearing your whole life." Because in the beginning of the movie, they're, like, roasting her for her cardigan.
You need to
He
let go of
noticed.
the
He
cardigan.
noticed a while ago.
Let go of the cardigan, Darian. Oh my
Okay,
god.
okay. After that, she's like, "Oh my gosh, he means business."
She falls in love. So
She
they
falls in love.
finally
He
go on a
takes her
date.
to a date, and she's like telling him all the things that are on her list. So now you really get to hear about like all things that are important. He starts taking her to check off things on her list. So he takes her over to like the
The
state
Virginia
line.
State,
Because one of
yeah.
her things was, "Hey, I wanna be in 2 places at once." He takes her to state line, she's on the border. He's like, "Put your 1 foot here, 1 foot here." He's like, "Ah," and she's like, "Oh my gosh, she loves me." And then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna build you a telescope." And
Hold
she's like,
on,
"Wow."
wait. You're moving too fast. So
Okay, okay,
that
okay.
first date, they go to the border so she can be in 2 places at once. Then he gives her, like, one of those, like, lick and stick tattoos, of a
And she's like, "Where
butterfly.
should I put it?" And he's like,
That
"You wanna
depends on
know
where you
where?
want me to lick.
You wanna know where?
Oh,
Take that
man, and
arm
then
cast off." No, I'm kidding.
gives her yeah, gives her a
Kidding.
fake tattoo.
She's like,
Um,
"No, no." So he goes she's like, "Where should I put it?" They're in the car, right? Because everything was happening in the car at this point. We were still like, under I thought I was gonna go to a lot more lakes when I got older to make out at like lake makeout. This was more that era. That never
yes,
really happened. So she's like, "Put it here on my shoulder." And then he's like, "Okay." So he, like, puts a little temporary tattoo on her shoulder, and then it's, like, her song that she's like, "And I want you to remember, and then
yes.
na na na
Hate
na."
it, hate it.
So,
So,
they're having a
yeah, he's
montage of, like, just them checking off things on her list. She's in love. They're fucking in love. And then
yes.
he's like, "Jamie, I love you." And she's like, "Ah, what? Ah." And she's like, "Landon, I have leukemia."
It's not funny that she has leukemia, okay.
Okay, disclaimer, as a cancer survivor, let me let me have a little fun with it.
Baby, I'm dying.
She's like, okay, coming from the perspective of a actual cancer survivor, this set the bar way too fucking high of what I thought was gonna happen. When I went through cancer myself, I was like, people are gonna care about me. My husband was like, "You look trans." Very different experiences, okay? Um, so yeah, she was I should have made a list and then I could have held somebody accountable for not fulfilling it, maybe myself. But so
Dude, wait, so she tells him that he has cancer and, like, he's, like, all mad, and he goes for a drive,
how could
and,
you
like,
not
at
fucking tell me you had fucking leukemia, your fucking blood disease, bitch. Tell me your break HIPAA. Break it, bitch. Break it. I'm kidding. Go on.
so it's, so he goes on this long drive, and, like, at some point in, the movie, you find out that it's, like, at the beginning that, like, he has a strained relationship with his dad, he won't talk to his father. So as soon as he finds out that his girlfriend has cancer, he drives all the way to his father's house, bangs on the door, and he's like, "You gotta help her, she's got cancer." He's like, "I'm a cardiologist."
No, I'm so glad you brought this up.
I thought that was such a strange part of
I
the
was
movie.
in tears watching this. I'm about to start laughing, crying again because he's like, he goes to his dad's house, he knocks on the door, he's like, "Dad!" Even
He's
though I
dying.
fucking hate you, help me. I know I treat you like shit all the time. I hate your fucking guts. Save my girlfriend's life. And he's like,
Yeah.
"Son, I don't know her case. And I don't know anything about like what she's going through. It's just like a random person to me. Also, like, I'm a cardiologist." Like, And he goes, "I knew you couldn't help."
It's like it's
Like,
like, what?
that was a good fucking guess. Yes. Why
That
wouldn't
was
you
the
think he could
weirdest
help?
that was the weirdest part of the movie. I was like, why are you mad at him for not studying oncology?
Just fucking in their cardigans and angry back then. He was like, "Fucking dad! Fucking dad! Fucking cardiology your ass to life!"
Oh, so at this point, this is when he starts putting together her telescope because she like,
He
he
wanted to see
knows
some
that
certain star
yeah,
pass through
the
the
comet, the Honka
oh,
Jumba comet. I don't know what it was, comet. So at this point, and this is the scene that like it's not funny, but it's kind of funny.
probably hilarious. But
Just want to show you this. He's outside building her telescope, okay?
turn it up. I can't hear it.
Need more? Okay, turn it up on your fucking computer. Alright, it's so loud in my ear.
Jamie, what's that boy doing in the yard? Jamie, what's the matter? Jamie, honey?
It's so stupid.
Wait, I thought there was something more. Why was that stupid?
Do you don't think that's he's outside building her telescope trying to make her dreams come true and she's like so overwhelmed with emotion that she starts dying immediately?
No, that's not what I got from that scene.
That's what I
From
got.
that scene, it was like, oh, he's trying so hard to make all her dreams like come true, and she was really like, she's really that close to death. He's that
Yeah.
because okay,
I
when
get
he
I get
goes
it. I get it. Just
when
thought it
he
was
goes to
weird.
drop off, and this is actually in my notes, when he goes to drop off her sweater, that pink sweater that I was roasting that I can't let go of,
You really
that was the
can't.
first time that you actually see her look sick. If you look at that scene where he brings her the sweater,
She starts to get
she looks
gray.
sick for the first time. Like you and
Yeah.
they're throwing like they're foreshadowing essentially what's to come. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, you're right. So this I want to mention because it comes up later in my notes. But now she's in the hospital and she gives him this book that was like her like basically like her mother's diary. And she had this quote in there about love
Love is
is this,
patient.
love is yeah. A walk to remember love is
You was kind. You was a boy. Wrong movie. We gotta do that
I'm
movie.
g- I gotta read it, all right? Love is always patient and kind. It is never jealous. Love is never boastful or conceited. It is never rude or selfish. It does not take offense and is not resentful. Love takes no pleasure in other people's sins, but delights in the truth. It is always ready to excuse, to trust, to hope, and to endure in
They
whatever
did not
comes.
read all that. They did not read
Yeah,
all that.
I swear to God they read it. I swear to
What was
God
the
they read
last
it.
part?
And to endure whatever comes.
All right, say okay, on the count of 3, say it again.
And
1,
to endure what
2 wait, it's you don't know how to count to 3.
go, go.
1, 2, 3, and to endure.
I wanted to see you do it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3,
And to
and to endure
endure
whatever
whatever
comes.
comes.
That was, like, the movie. That was literally the scene. He's reading
Yes.
it, and she's, like, in bed sick, and she's like,
You're right. I was
"Yes,
wondering why
that's
you
why I
wanted to
made you
say it at
repeat
the
it."
same time.
He's like, "Wow, you really know your mom's diary, huh? You've been reading this."
So that comes up later, all right? But he gives her the book. She gives him the book, all right? And then he goes back to his dad and now they have this moment of, like, reconciliation, right? Like, he goes to his dad and he, like, breaks down, like, "I can't help her, dad, whatever," okay?
Wait, wait,
So
wait, wait, wait.
then
That's not what happens. What happens is Jamie is then released from the hospital, and she's allowed to
oh,
go
you're right,
home.
I'm sorry.
She's
Mhm,
allowed to go home, and she gets to spend the rest of her days in doing home care, which is where she wants
mhm.
to be. She doesn't wanna die in the hospital.
Right,
When she
right.
leaves, she ends up, "Hey, tell your dad I said thank you" to Landon. Landon finds
Mhm.
out that his dad, the cardiologist sorry. Landon finds out that his dad pays for her to go live the rest of her days in her home where she
Yeah,
would
he
get
pays
married
for her home care.
and pays for her home care. So he goes back
Yeah,
to his dad and he's like, "Thank you, dad. I love
yeah.
I fucking hate you, but thank you, I
I
love
for
her."
I forgive you for abandoning us.
Yeah, because the whole time he's like, "You taught me how to leave." I'm like, you taught me how to walk away." And finally, he's like making amends with his dad. He's ready to thank him and he's ready to, love Jamie. So at this point, now Jamie's at the end of her life. We understand that by the movie. Okay. We know she has leukemia. Okay. So she goes to Landon and she's like, "Hey, I have cancer and it's really not looking good. They told me I don't have that long to live." And he's like, "Why didn't you tell me?" And he's all upset. And at this moment, she does the run, like, like the fucking run. So she runs away, like, so
Yes.
no, and it's a sad moment. He ends up, fulfilling the rest. She gets sick. She goes to hospital. She ends up going home from to be on hospice and the comfort of her house. He ends up making the rest of her wishes come true on her wish list. And we
Those
understand why she has this wish list is because she has cancer and she has things that she wants to accomplish before cancer. The number one thing on this list is that she wants to get married in the same chapel that her mom and dad did. So
Mhm.
Langdon goes to her and asks her, I know this is crazy, but can you answer this question for me? Like, will you marry me?" And she obviously says yes. That shit threw me off. This happens in, mind you, like the last like 10 minutes of the movie. Okay. It's
Yeah.
all of this other stuff is happening in the movie. In the last
And
10
there's
minutes, a
17.
lot of life happens in the last 10 minutes of this movie. Okay.
Yeah,
They go to the chapel and they get married. And
at
then
17.
at 17, they're not even high school graduated. I actually didn't even put two and two together just till now. They're like, "Yes, that's my little Jamie getting married off before her little time of passing, if you will." That's how
So
I
here's
imagine.
where this is where the diary comes into play, okay? So when they're getting married, they're, like, saying their vows, and the pastor, Jamie's father, is like, he has the Bible in front of him and he's reading. But what's weird is he's reading the poem about love, but he keeps looking down at the Bible as if he's reading from the Bible, but it's not from the Bible, it's from the diary. Did you notice
Interesting.
that? Because it bothered me.
It bothered me. He's a
It
pastor
bothered me
that
very it
I'm
bothered me
sure he
very
woven
much.
in more than just what they said in the diary. Oh,
Watch.
look, they took her fucking bangs away.
Always patient
Watch.
and kind. It is never jealous. Love is never boastful nor conceited. It is never rude or selfish. It does not take offense
That's the Bible in
and
his
is
hand.
not resentful.
Why did these
Sins, but delights in the truth.
All
That
right, you should
bothered me.
know that he ends up making amends with all his friends. All his friends were like, "Hey, we
We
get it.
get it
You
now,
really do love
man.
this chick. Like she really changed you." Now he's like, "I can do anything." And his mom's like, "No, you can't." And he's like, "But Jamie thinks I can."
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, "You know what? She's not all that weird. We like the cardigan. Like, get more cardigans." And they end up getting married. They, as you just saw
Yeah.
what happens there. So after they get married, essentially, you can see he's made amends with the friends that he had in the past. This happens throughout the movie, okay? Now, he narrates the end. Something I appreciate about the ending is that we didn't get to see her demise. As not just like somebody who loves like the movie, who liked the movie. Let me rephrase. Not just somebody who likes the movie, but as a cancer survivor, I really loved that they didn't show that.
Yeah.
Um like,
It's
of
all
her passing
implied.
away. It's
Yeah.
insinuated, and it's
Mhm.
said to us, it's told to us that she didn't, obviously she dies. And I really like that. We just got to see all the beauty of it, and we didn't get to see any of the ugliness. I don't know, I just really appreciated that, and I
I
wanted to
did
call
too.
that I wanted to call that out. So
It
as
didn't
soon as
need it
they
to
get
make
from
it
the sorry, go on.
it didn't need it. The movie's already sad. You know that she's gonna die. You don't need it to make it more sad. It's already sad. You know what I mean?
Exactly. They
Yeah.
didn't need to take it there, and I think that, like, if it would've been more modern, they probably would've took it there because I think
Oh, yeah.
people need more impact now
They
because I
need the
think
gore.
that yeah, I don't know what it is about nowadays, but I think they people don't like nuance. People like, "Well, what happened?" You know? People really don't like
Mhm.
nuance. So, as soon as that scene ends, they obviously get married in the chapel, and he says, "Me and Jamie spent 4 amazing we spent the rest of that summer together," and, she ended up passing away. 4 years later, she's going to visit her house, and he's essentially saying that he still feels her. He sits down with her dad, and clearly they're longtime friends. He says, "Hey, I've made it into medical school." He's done a lot of amazing things, and it is obviously known that is the impact of Jamie that got him there. And he says at the end, Jamie's love is like the wind. It's something you can't see, but you can feel. And
Mhm.
it's a very touching moment. The movie ends with actually a song that Mandy Moore sings on one of her albums, and that was put into the movie.
Yeah.
So I loved it. I loved it. I loved it.
Alright. So, here we'll give now that we've gone through the movie, um, we gave our inputs throughout. I got all my notes in. I think, Darian, you got all your notes
Yeah,
in?
I got all mine in.
Alright, so we will go into the ranking.
Okay.
What's your score, kid?
All right. I'm going to give it a 7.1.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 7.1 because I do think it's a must watch. It's a classic. I have a soft spot for it. I do love me some Mandy Moore, and it's like your perfect, nerd to cool guy fall in love trope there. You know what I mean?
Mhm. So,
So I gave it a
time?
7.1 because give it a 7 because I do think it's in the must watch category, but it's not amazing. It's not number one chick flick. That 7.1 is actually probably a little more because of that little soft spot there, but definitely a must watch in
Yeah.
my book. Something they talk about in survivorship and when you're going through it is about making a list and having a gratitude list and making like a music playlist or things you want to do as like a bucket list, especially for women who are going through like recurrence or stage 4 where they know they're going to pass away with this disease, not necessarily from this disease. I thought that it kinda kept it at that, very, like, a little timeless of a feel, essentially. So what did you think of it?
So, well, first of all, 7.1 from you Wa is within the realm of what I was expecting from you. Anything lower than a 7 from you, it would have surprised me. Um,
I was
so
gonna give it
for
a 6.5,
yes,
but I do
but
think it falls into a must-watch classic category, so I had to bump it up to point 5.
that's fair. You know what I mean? This is why we have the system.
Yeah.
So for me, um, as a whole, I give it a 4.6. Yeah, it's very low. It's not a complete waste of your time, so as we've said before, 1 through 3 is, not even worth your time watching. 4 through 6 it's not a waste of time to watch, and then 7 through 10 is a must watch. And so for me, it's not a complete I can't give it, a 3.9 because it's not a waste of time. It is a classic in my book. If you would have asked me in 2003, Yvette, like, what do you rank this movie? I would have gotten a fucking 9. You know what I mean? Because in high school you're like, oh, I'm gonna find that love.
That's
Um,
literally all I could think when I was watching that movie. I was like, "This is, like,
yeah.
why we have the way we think."
Yeah.
Coming from someone who's a lesbian and someone who's a cancer survivor, the bar was set way too fucking high.
Yeah. But as an adult, you watch it and you're like, "This movie is shit." Well,
This
it's not
movie would
shit.
never
It's
happen.
not shit. Like I said, so it is a classic because it's from my generation, like it came out when I was, preteen, right? Or maybe like just became a teenager. Like when it has nostalgic feelings for me. But
Yeah.
in the genre, so that's as a whole, but in the genre of chick flicks, I give it a much higher score. So as just a movie, right? It's a 4.6. But as in the genre of chick flicks, I would put it at a 7 at the highest, only to put it in the must watch category
Yeah.
because it is a classic chick flick. So in its own genre of all the you want, you're on your period, you know what I mean, you're eating
You're
chocolate ice
feeling that
cream on the
feel good
couch.
love.
Yeah. No, that I'm like that moody whatever,
Yeah,
you know what
that
I
moody
mean?
that's a great way to describe that, a moody feel.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You're PMSing, you're having a fucking day. Fuck the diet. I'm eating brownies and chips on the couch. You know what I mean? This is the movie to watch in that scenario. So you have to give it a 7 cuz it has its place. All
It
right?
does.
So, I mean, maybe if you average them out, you'll get like a more genuine score. But that was my take on it. But it's just like the silliness of some of the stuff like DVD, you know what I mean? And no one ever addresses that. No one ever addresses the fact that he almost murdered somebody.
I know.
And his punishment is he has to lead in the school play.
I
Like
kn
the con the
How many people went out for that part? And they're
like
like, "This guy
there's
all he had to do was try to kill someone?"
yeah, I know if you think about that, it's kind of fucked up. So yeah, so that's my take. And you heard it here
I love
14
that.
years later. No,
You
20
can tell that
24
I'm,
years
like,
later.
I'm a softie. You can tell I'm a softie. So this
Yeah.
is gonna be our movie pick for next week as my
Yes.
sister picks for my birthday celebration. What do we got here, Evie?
Well, this is definitely a favorite of yours. I'm gonna see if I can guide you into guessing it. It is
Step
a
Brothers,
favorite. Nope, it's a favorite of yours. And you must have watched it 100 times
Baby Mama.
when you were younger. Nope, because we were already in high school when those movies came out. So you liked it even before high school.
Before high school. Okay, can
Yeah.
you give me a main character, either the actor or the name?
I don't know the name of the character, but I do know the name of the actress.
Actress. I knew it was
Yes.
gonna be okay, chick, okay.
Two actresses that you absolutely love. One of them is no longer with us.
Is it wait, is it First Wives Club?
No, oh, that's a good one too. No, it's not that one.
Okay, okay.
I love
What's
Bette Midler. Oh God. And actually, First Wife, because all of those people are. Oh no, Diane Keaton died. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's
right.
what I know. Rest in peace to our girl.
Mm, beauty, beauty.
Gone too soon, even though she was like 80, but still.
No, okay, this one you could actually say was gone too soon.
Oh, okay. This one was actually gone too soon. Two
Mm-hmm.
actresses I love. Give
Yep.
me one of them.
Um, Drew Barrymore.
Charlie's Angels.
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Who in Charlie's Angels is dead?
That's a good point. I just got excited. I heard Drew Barrymore and I jumped. Who the fuck
I
is
can't believe you're not
dead?
guessing this right
Damn.
now.
With Drew Barrymore, somebody's dead? Oh, Brittany Murphy.
Yes.
Ooh, okay, wait. Charlie's Angels. I mean, my bad. Why do you keep saying that?
You really want to watch Charlie's Angels?
Is it do you want to do Charlie's Angels?
We can.
No, no. Okay, so Brittany Murphy and Drew Barrymore. What the hell were they in
Yes.
together? How the fuck did I figure that out, but I can't figure out the movie?
I can't believe you haven't figured out the movie. This is
And
insane.
it's not Drew Barrymore
Yep.
and Brittany Murphy.
Yes.
I can't think of
They
it.
get pregnant at the same time.
Riding in cars with boys!
Yes, I knew you'd love it. I knew you'd love it. That is my birthday present for
Oh,
you.
it's gonna be such a good one. That's a
Yes,
really bomb-ass birthday gift. Thank you.
yes. You're
Oh, this
welcome.
movie's gonna make me cry. I can already think of the
So
quotes
good.
in my head. I'm a
So
mom
good.
now. I haven't watched it since I was been a mom.
That's a good point. So you have a whole new perspective on
Oh,
it.
it's gonna be such, and it was so good. But I'm gonna watch it right now. When I get back in the house, as soon as I'm actually watching it as we get off this.
All right. I got to get going. It is late and I need to hang out with my wonderful fiance. So, this has been a great episode. Thank you so much. If you've watched all the way through, I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't seen A Walk to Remember, where the fuck have you been? If you agree with some of our takes, let us know. If you disagree, let us know. We'd love to hear it. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe.
All right, guys, join us next week when we review Riding in Cars with Boys.
Peace.